In a recent article by BuzzFeed News, they reached out to Elon Musk to ask how far the development of Tesla's Optimus robot had progressed over this past year, to which Elon Musk responded, "I hate BuzzFeed with the passion of 1,000 suns." It also doesn't make much sense for him to give away what will likely be the highlight of Tesla's upcoming AI Day #2 event, which Elon Musk has said was pushed back to September 30th since Tesla may have a working Optimus prototype by then, and that event happens on Friday this week. The first AI Day was just 1 year ago, but already Elon Musk is excited to share new findings by the AI team. The purpose of Tesla's AI Day has always been about recruiting talented engineers to join this division. The core problem that Tesla is working on now is full self-driving, and this will be ongoing for many years to come, as even when Tesla eventually achieves a high level of safety, there will always be room for improvement. But Tesla isn't stopping at autonomous vehicles. They want to solve real-world vision, and there's many other applications that stem from this, including the Tesla Bot, which Elon Musk has selected as one of the most important products on Tesla's roadmap. He thinks the Optimus robot will be bigger than the car business and lead to an age of abundance with the unlimited ability to do all kinds of labor and could obviate what an economy really is. Now, leading up to last year's AI Day, there was no real indication of how far advanced Tesla was on their AI front. Sure, they seem to have built a good team, and they had launched their FSD beta a year earlier, but Tesla gave an inner peek at what they were working on, what challenges they overcame, and also some of what was left to do. While much of their work is very low level and complex in terms of software architecture, they stated that they were arguably the leaders in real-world AI. In terms of self-driving, Elon Musk even said that he and the team didn't really know of any other players who were even working on this type of AI. Most other automated car companies use LiDAR and other sensors to help compensate for their lack of artificial intelligence in their systems. But frankly, there were many parts of AI Day 1 that were mind-blowing and aren't even possible for competitors to copy given their lack of infrastructure. AI Day also seems to have led to a rapid boost in the speed at which Tesla has improved their software, and since then, Tesla's FSD beta has now gone out to over 160,000 users. So let's dig deeper on what Tesla spoke about last year and what we may want to look out for at the upcoming AI Day #2. In 2021, Andrej Karpathy, who was Tesla's director of AI and is no longer with the company, talked about Tesla's occupancy tracker, which they originally wrote in C++ that proved to be extremely complicated and needed to be moved to a neural network. The goal was to make accurate predictions in vector space, and so Tesla's original solution wasn't working. Now recently, Ashok Ellaswamy, who is Tesla's director of autopilot software, did a presentation on Tesla's new occupancy networks, and I did a deep dive on that in my last video. But it seems like this is the next level of Tesla's real-world detection and prediction of objects, and it might be interesting to see how Tesla is using its occupancy networks in more aspects of their software. So far, they said that it increases their ability to predict the velocities of far-away objects moving through intersections by 20%, and it used 10 times less compute power. One of the other challenges from last year that Tesla overcame was stitching multiple camera views together, and Tesla spoke about their pipeline of transformations to achieve this and how their predictions improved drastically with multicam, versus when there was just one camera, their object detection was off considerably from the actual true position. This was one of the pieces that helped Tesla completely remove the radar unit from new vehicles being produced, since their distance and velocity predictions have gotten so good with just cameras that radar isn't needed. Not only does that save them money for reducing the hardware in the vehicle, but now they can focus on the camera software fully without needing to worry about the inaccuracies of integrating in radar, as the radar is fairly low resolution and just returns clouds of points, which in some cases makes things even more complex rather than helping. Everyone thinks that Tesla will put radar back into the car, but that's unlikely, especially at this time. They just got rid of it. Tesla is more likely to double and triple down on cameras since the camera solution simply has to work and has to be next level. It's the backbone of the entire system. Perhaps once cameras are perfected, Elon Musk has talked about high-resolution radar that could add value to camera vision in the future. They also use video now, as opposed to looking at the data frame by frame, to remember things over time and in a spatial sense so they can keep track of objects that are temporarily occluded. There was one part where Tesla showed that due to bad weather, a truck driving in front of the car was completely hidden by a cloud of dust and water vapor, and yet Tesla's software was still able to keep track of the vehicle. If the software can do this, it's another reason why radar isn't needed. Tesla also has tons of video data. They literally download gigabytes worth of it per vehicle, and they can use that to recreate scenes with high accuracy but in vector space, meaning that they're turning two-dimensional streams of video images into three-dimensional space, sort of like using the real world to create a video game like Grand Theft Auto. And this helps them with simulating, testing various scenarios, and they can also come up with their own edge cases to help train the algorithms through machine learning. And by the way, stop using Yahoo Finance, stop using Google Finance, and have a look at our website, themarketisopen.com, where we have instant stock quotes and financial data going back 10 years, and it's all freely available. Moreover, Andrej Karpathy noted room for improvements last year, including speeding up the fusion of space and time, faster ways of predicting the motion of pixels or objects picked up by the cameras, as well as speeding up post-processing times since some of their outputs are still rasters, which are images or grids of pixels, which still require processing. It would be better if they could achieve a vector space in these cases, and that's one of the main purposes of much of the stuff they're working on, to accurately convert the 2D images seen by the cameras into 3D vectors that they can use to make predictions with. And last time, Tesla was still looking for solutions for a lot of this. Perhaps the occupancy network presentation that Ashok gave was a bit of a preview of Tesla's advancements since last year. Elon Musk also mentioned using the raw photon counts from the camera and removing any filtering firmware that runs on top that prettifies the images before showing them to the viewer. This saves a few milliseconds of time, which according to Elon helps reduce jitter, but also stops filtering out what could be important data, such as in low light scenarios, where the camera perhaps was removing that information but could be used by the machine learning algorithms to, for instance, make better decisions when looking at dark areas. So it would be interesting to see what updates Tesla has for us here. Because Tesla is totally vertically integrated, they control all aspects that touch full self-driving, from the servers in the data center, the hardware and software in the car, to the firmware running on the cameras themselves. Tesla is one of the few automakers that can actually update the camera firmware over the air, which shows how their infrastructure gives them a fairly big advantage over competitors, especially in terms of the speed of bringing software to cars. And this camera firmware change would also mean that new data needs to be collected for training, but since Tesla has a massive fleet of cars, they can easily collect hundreds of millions of new miles in just a short period of time to retrain and build upon their neural nets based on the new software changes that they've implemented. Tesla also writes their own tools, and they previously outsourced human labelers to a different company and then realized that there was huge latency issues with doing this, and so they insourced them and wrote tools to automate much of labeling, and so the humans now just basically need to clean up noise. Andrej Karpathy once joked about Operation Vacation, where if the videos could fully label themselves, it would essentially feed the system to help continue learning, and everyone could go on vacation. Well, it seems that Karpathy has indeed taken a permanent vacation from Tesla, so it would be interesting to see where the labelers are at. Now last year, they had some cool ways to find parking spots using a Monte Carlo tree search similar to mu0 in chess, which is able to search basically infinitely large spaces, but in a short period of time and with high accuracy. It does this in part by focusing on the most promising results. So instead of looking at say 100 million options, it may only analyze 70,000 of the ones with the highest potential. And this relates to Elon Musk's recent tweet that an actually smart version of Summon and Autopark is targeted for the end of the month, which should coincide with AI Day 2. They likely want to get it into the vehicle's software around the same time that they're going to present the new algorithms at AI Day. Last time, they showed us some stuff that they had just gotten working the night before, So it's been a year that they've had to play around with this and improve on it. Not only will it be cool to see the progress made, but also perhaps narrowing down what's left on the roadmap to actual full self-driving. And Elon Musk is confident that FSD will be safer than a human by the end of the year, so seeing a chart showing the numbers that he's looking at may be beneficial. In terms of hardware, last time Tesla said that they had 3,000 FSD computers in their data center. They also talked about Hardware 4 at Autonomy Day, but it didn't make sense to deploy this, especially when Hardware 3 works fine and they haven't reached the limit there yet. But with a new vehicle like the Cybertruck, starting it off with Hardware 4 along with next-gen cameras, as Elon Musk has hinted before, may make more sense for consistency across the product lineup. In the data center, they also had about 10,000 GPUs last time, which wasn't enough. That's why Tesla created Dojo, their own custom training chip for the data center. At the time, Dojo wasn't fully ready and wasn't being used. On one of the conference calls, Elon Musk said that Dojo will be deployed when the team asks for it, essentially, hinting that it wasn't being used and may not even be needed. But now it seems like it may indeed start being phased in, especially since Elon Musk has said it will reduce their GPU purchases next year. The purpose is to be cheaper and faster than a data center filled with GPUs. So the question is, what progress has Tesla made on Exapod deployments, which is their rack of Dojos, and they were planning for even further 10x improvements, so any news on that is also welcome. Now I think that at the last AI Day, the Tesla bot with codename Optimus Subprime was very much in the idea and prototyping phase. Elon Musk joked around with the presentation's dancing robot, but he was very serious about bringing it into reality. I think Tesla announced the robot at AI Day in order to garner interest in the company, showing it's much more than a vehicle maker and to scoop up talented AI engineers. But Tesla Bot seems to have quickly moved onto Tesla's roadmap, and Elon Musk sees how long-term this can transform the company, even in the face of the usual skeptics. Now this year, we may see a prototype at AI Day 2, and potentially some version 1 production next year in 2023. I talked about this in my Tesla 2023 video. But Tesla Bot is interesting because it's not battery constrained like most of Tesla's other products, since it has a much smaller battery than a car. It also has high utility, which could deliver high margins for Tesla and therefore for shareholders. Tesla has very good manufacturing capabilities, so the real challenge here will be software, but Tesla already started with FSD looking at real-world vision. So it would be nice if Tesla dropped more clues as to if the hardware has changed from last year, will it still have 4 cameras in its head for a 360-degree view, and how will they train the robot? Will it rely more on simulations for now, since no one has one or is driving one in shadow mode like you would do with a car? Lastly, I wonder if Tesla will talk about applying its AI expertise into other parts of the vehicle software or other parts of their business. For instance, the car continues to get smarter and predicts where you want to go. Moreover, their AutoBidder product negotiates energy prices, and so making predictions in this area could be aided by Tesla's AI. Perhaps as well inside Tesla's insurance product, which continues to improve and expand. Nevertheless, Elon Musk thinks AI Day 2 will be epic, and so if he's excited, then that's a high enough bar such that hopefully there are some good upcoming surprises at the event later this week. So what do you think Tesla will unveil at AI Day? Will Elon Musk reveal any new products besides Tesla Bot that are primed to use their AI technology? If you enjoyed this video, have a look at my last video where I talk about Tesla's advancements in full self-driving, specifically with their new occupancy networks. Please hit the like button and subscribe, we would really appreciate that. And a huge shout out to all of our patrons that help to support our channel. Your support helps us to continue to make great content. Thank you guys so much for watching.